Today on SLEDHEAD 24/7, what makes the new Thundercat roar? Our team goes one-on-one for a side-by-side comparison on the latest evolution from Arctic Cat. From the natural beauty of British Columbia to the backlands of the UP of Michigan, awesome riding across North America, all part of some great Ram road trips. We're going to rock out with the best handguards on the planet and show you how to protect your paws with ROX. Discover how this hard-working speed shop in Minnesota is putting the power sports world on notice. Get the straight talk from Straightline Performance. The family that races together stays together. Head into the pits for some quality time with Christian Brothers Racing. SLEDHEAD 24/7 starts now.
Welcome to this week's episode of SLEDHEAD 24/7. I'm your host, Chelsea Skorich. This week we are at one of the best races of the entire season, the AMSTEL Championship Snowcross powered by Ram Grand Finale in Lake Geneva. We are here in the FXR tent checking out all the 2018 gear. We'll have more on that in just a little bit, but let's start out our episode by doing some head-to-head comparisons, some old versus new. We're going to check out the new Thundercats.
From the power of its 900cc liquid-cooled 3-cylinder engine to the smooth, long treble suspension and full-block Kevlar track, Thundercat was designed and engineered to rule the snow. When the Thundercat's on the prowl, everything else runs for cover.
Now it's time to travel back in time. Time to when Arctic Cat Thundercat ruled the world. This was like the fastest production sled known to man. Arctic Cat may have been sleeping on that a little bit, but guess what? They're awake, and they, once again, have the fastest production sled known to man.
I'll always remember what it was like when that new Thundercat came out in '93. It started getting talked about a year in advance, and us Arctic Cat fans heard that we were finally going to have a liquid triple engine to compete with some of the other brands that had had them for a while. What we didn't see coming is that it was going to be a 900. I believe our competitors might have only had a 650. And when word of that came out and what we thought that might mean to us as Arctic Cat fans, everybody was excited. Whether it was in its 900 form, when it came to be a 1000, it was always known as being the fastest sled on the lakes.
Probably the biggest thing I like about the new Thundercat for 2017 is it's fast, and yet it is a blast to ride on the trails. I can put a ton of miles on that sled and not get tired. It is just awesome to ride. The comforts are there. The old Thundercat, it was fast, but we all know it was a handful to drive. Not the new one. You would not know it's a big 4-stroke motor until you hit that throttle. Then you know there's a turbo there. Thank you very much for having us out here talking old and new Thundercats. Hopefully next year we can get out and run these things.
You're welcome, Jeff. Thanks for coming by.
Old versus new, well, they're all fun to me. Now, our new Ram truck has logged a lot of miles this year. Where are some of the places that we've gone, you ask? Well, let's take a look.
Time to rewind, recap, and review some great Ram road trips. First stop, the awesome mountains of British Columbia for a ride with Brett Turcotte. Deep powder fun does not get much better than this, folks. The natural beauty of Colorado is undeniable, and our Ram handled all the Continental Divide could dish out. When we got to Winter Park, David Fisher jumped on a snow bike at an ice hockey race and was strutting his stuff to first place. Little Fish braved the elements, and we mean brave. 50-mile-an-hour winds and the coldest day ever in Colorado for December 17th, a bone-chilling 20 burr low. We steered our Ram to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and the reward was some of the best snow and trail riding in the Midwest. In the western UP, there are more than 350 miles of groomed trails, the result of a dedicated team of trail groomers who spend at least 6,000 hours grooming the trails each season, providing access to the wilderness and the grandeur that can only be found in the UP. Must stop along the trail is Rogers, a snowmobiler's kind of place. Plenty of folksy charm, and a massive warming stove, and simply amazing homemade chili.
I put a beer in there.
We wheeled into the Ram Truck Snowcross National at Grand Geneva Resort in Wisconsin. And CBS Sports and Outer and self-admitted Ram man, Chris Hockey, was our guide.
Here's what I like the most. The Ram box. I don't have the key. They don't trust me with it. The situation is as follows. Someday, you might have to pull your house out of the ground and move it somewhere. This is the truck you need. That's what this truck does. It's a Ram. Look at this. 2,500.
From town to trail, it was our Ram truck making it happen. 6 months of great riding, racing, and Ram tough fun and games. Spend time with a legacy race team and discover how a brother and sister act make Christian Brothers Racing even better. But first, here's Jason Houle from Straightline Performance with part 2 of Sled Storage.
Getting towards the end of the year, everyone's going to be putting their machine away. So you definitely want to store that machine with non-ethanol gas. We don't want to have any issues with the ethanol separation. Typically, if you just have a half a tank of gas during storage is probably the best way to do it. And then bring it out in the fall, fill it right up with some good premium, and you can actually go ride that day.
SLEDHEAD 24/7 is brought to you by AmSoil. Protect your weekend. By Polaris. Terrain Domination. Arctic Cat. Share our passion. Skidoo Snowmobiles. What matters is what's next. FXR. World-class outerwear. And by Ram Trucks. America's longest lasting pickups.
Welcome back to SLEDHEAD 24/7. I tell you what, we are all so pumped about the 2018 gear for FXR. Look who I ran into in the FXR tent checking out the new gear. This is our own Chris Hockey. Chris, what do you think of the new gear for the season?
This stuff is awesome. I'm ready to stock up. Look at this stuff. And I love this the most. I look like a racer with this thing on, wouldn't you say?
He looks pretty fast, but you know what's really fast and really awesome is the ROX handguards. They are the handguards of the pro. They're the handguards that literally rock. Take a look at this. What did I tell you? ROX really does rock. Let's switch gears now and talk about Speedworks. Jeremy Houle and his crew will never give up the pursuit to be the ultimate home of horsepower. This time, they're testing on an Arctic Cat 9000. Let's take a look.
This is the Arctic Cat 9000. One awesome package. Can any other mass-produced snowmobile match the output of this green beast? Welcome to Speedworks, the true home of horsepower. A one-of-a-kind speed shop that finds a way to make a great sled even better. What happens when the talented team of world-class wrenches at Speedworks takes a 9000 and gives it a straight-up USA horsepower approach to speed? Stay tuned as a one-of-a-kind project is gearing up. Strap in for a classic Speedworks build. Still ahead, at Christian Brothers Racing, they dominate snowcross and cross country. But find out why this team knows that first place is really family first. But now, time for an AMSOIL tech tip.
Traveling anywhere from 50 above today to minus 40 degrees. Inside here, 35 kW generator. One of the biggest issues we face is not knowing what kind of fuel we get on the road. So we use fuel conditioner, cold flow, that really helps maintain the fuel properties, prevents from getting gelled up. That's the heartbeat of our race weekend right there.
Welcome back to SLEDHEAD 24/7. We are still enjoying the weekend here in Lake Geneva, but let's take another look at a side-by-side comparison. We're gonna look at the classic XCR Polaris versus the new XCR.
I'm out enjoying the trails, riding my new Polaris XCR, having a blast. These things are fantastic. The technology these machines have are just amazing. You know, I can remember not that all long ago, the good old days, the first XCRs.
Made for us exceptional. The XCR, ergonomically designed for optimal riding performance at any compass heading. The legendary 440 engine with instant response, Fox gas shocks, our new XC100 rear suspension, adjustable torsion bar, and more fuel range. Made for escape. Only seasoned riders.
I'm out enjoying the trails. Trails are fabulous. I'm riding my new Polaris XCR. It just reminds me back, it brings me back to the good old days with the old XCRs back in the early 90s. Like that one. What? How cool is that? Old and new XCRs out on the trail. That's that XCR coming back. Man, that thing's mint. Hey, is that you, Jeff? Yeah, hey, Andy. Andy Swanson from Snowgoer Magazine. You're out enjoying the day?
Yeah, beautiful day out here.
Yes, it is. That's a 92, isn't it?
It is.
25 years of XCR. You know what? You want to go ride and compare these things?
I think we should.
Let's go. They were fast, they handled well, and they schooled a lot of the competition with that machine. And so now to have them come back in 2017 with the XCR, it's really cool to see the rich racing heritage come back again.
The XCR was a machine that back when I was in high school, it was one of the machines that I really wanted to have. And you know, so throughout high school, I was kind of dreamt of having one. Well, 10 years later, I came across the opportunity to pick up this snowmobile, and it needed some work. It had been battered and beaten, but I had the chance to buy it, and I did, and I brought it back to life and have been having fun on it.
What's really cool is we have 25 years of XCR from 92 to 2017, and still today the XCR is winning races and proving themselves in the cross country and the racing market.
It's really fun in comparing the machines with my job as an editor for Snowgoer Magazine. I obviously ride a lot of new technology and new snowmobiles. And it's fun though jumping back on this old one, and it allows me to see how far we've come with snowmobiles in 25 years. The 25 years that spans between these two machines here. And with the reverse, and most machines have electric start, the ride quality is so much better, and the handling is better, and just the features and the run quality is just, it's better than the old machines. Yeah, sure, but the old machines are fun to ride too.
With the first XCR being introduced in 1992, and then they bring it back for 2017, how cool is that? The racing legend lives on.
Old versus new? We'll let you make the call. Let's head on over to Forest Lake, Minnesota. I don't know what it is about that place, but all of the best speed shops seem to be in Forest Lake. Let's check out one of them now, the story of Straightline Performance, a worldwide company.
In today's snowmobile industry, you need to be very diversified. Straightline Performance is going on its 20-year anniversary this year. Extremely proud of our team and everyone else that's helped us along the way, from our entire ambassador program to our racers, to our backcountry riders, to friends and families.
You know, being able to work with them, test out these new products for the 850 has been a blast. And being able to work with them closely and even talk about future products for this sled is awesome, because when you have a brand like that you work with, it's always important to know the product, to work with them closely, and be able to explain the product to them, be able to test it out. And Straightline's amazing for that, because they're not ever going to sell a product that doesn't work.
We've been partners with Straightline Performance for about 10 years now. The cool thing about tying in with Straightline is they have a lot of innovative products. The new P-Drive that came out with Skidoo last year, fantastic piece, and they've taken that product and brought it to another level, and they're kind of the trendsetters in that whole side of it. One of the things I like about Straightline working with us is he's got that same passion to win like we do. You know, and people see the races and they see the cool part of it, but nobody sees what goes on behind the scenes. The countless hours just getting ready for it, the testing, the developing of products, and that's why, you know, we kind of parallel each other, and that's when it's a good partnership.
You know, there's a lot of people that build systems and they work okay, but watching the amount of dyno time and testing that goes into their product it makes me feel comfortable putting their product and their name on my sleds.
Really tight partnership with Straightline to get them to change the settings and to do the stuff that we need for our sleds in Scandinavia, because the elevation is different and the snow is different and the sleds running kind of different so it's really good to have their support.
Still ahead, this race shop in tiny, fertile Minnesota has made a big impact on the world of racing. Find out their secret to success. We're going into the pits with Christian Brothers Racing.
SLEDHEAD 24/7 is brought to you by AMSOIL. Protect your weekend. Stud Boy. Traction with an attitude. Straightline Performance. Ziegler Cat. Exceptional service backing the best equipment. The U.S. Air Force. Aim high.
Welcome back to SLEDHEAD 24/7. We're hanging out in Lake Geneva, checking out all the new gear from FXR. Now let's head into the pit area and check in with a race team that really personifies family. They race together so they can be together. We're talking about Christian Brothers Racing.
You are looking at one of the legacy race teams in all of power sports. Christian Brothers Racing.
Logan Christian does everything he can to try to run away and hide.
Logan Christian races Pro Open and Snowcross. And sister Josie Christian is one of the broadcast announcers.
From each of them, we go down to Josie Christian. Josie.
Brady Love, our third place finisher. Brady, tell me a little bit about what you had to do. It's just a really big family sport for us. This is a time where we can all get together and we all get to hang out and travel together, and it's just a really good experience for all of us.
It all begins at their state-of-the-art race shop. From the tiny town of Fertile, Minnesota, they've made a huge impact on the sport.
We're the only team with a big vending trailer that supports our sponsors, and that's for anybody on any manufacturer to come. Always thinking of the next best thing to do to try to help iStock with the better races and try to help the sport progress.
Being loyal is part of what makes Christian Brothers special. They ride and race only Arctic Cat. Yep, they are cat lifers and darn proud of it.
Move, Cam to the inside. He'll take the lead momentarily.
Here's the
it's a drag race. Logan takes it right back over the AMSOIL finish line.
Arctic Power keeps Logan out in front.
Where I grew up, we were 45 minutes away from the main headquarters up in Thief River Falls, and it's just such a cool company. Everybody's so personal and down to earth. Everybody's got a small town vibe in them, so they're super easy to talk to and work with.
I've been doing this a long time, and it's just the excitement of the sport and the great people you get to work for and with. The people in the industry are super friendly, and it just gets to be like one big family, so it kind of just keeps drawing you back in.
Their racing tradition extends beyond snowcross. Christian Brothers also dominates the harsh and hardy world of cross-country racing.
We're green.
At At Christian Brothers, they know the future of the sport is in the young racers. So at each AMSOIL Championship Snowcross powered by Ram national event, they stage an Arctic Cat 120 sled giveaway contest.
Cameron Cole, with a fist in the air, takes the win in Deadwood.
And one lucky kid goes home with a brand new 120 sled.
exciting is that?
Really excited.
Well, there you have it. There's your one.
Family first, and a love of all sleds green. That's the way they roll at Christian Brothers Racing. They know family is not just an important thing. Family is everything.
We want to wish the best of luck to Christian Brothers Racing and a speedy recovery to Logan Christian. Logan, Duluth is not far away. We'll be looking for you there. But that's all the time we have tonight for SLEDHEAD 24/7. Make sure you check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we're always live on SLEDHEAD24-7.com. To all you sledders out there, ride safe, ride responsibly. We'll see you on the trail.
Next week, a special edition of SLEDHEAD 24/7. Get the first look at the 2018 sleds. We ride, rate, and review next year's models at Snowshoot. Jeff Fisher and a team of test riders have gathered in West Yellowstone to test and be tested.